Welcome into the Gamecocks Sports Network, everybody. Logan Maddox with you on this Saturday afternoon, just about set for our Senior Day matchup between the Jacksonville State Gamecocks and the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles. Both sides already shared their starters, and the game just got underway. Kennedy Gavin wins the opening tip for JSU in her final home game. They give it off to Kiera Griffin, and she is fouled as she drives it inside. We'll have those starters in just a moment. Senior Day, the final home game for Kyra Williams, Kennedy Gavin, Shantae Shaw, Nakaya Thompson, and Amari Martin. And actually, they wipe that off. That's going to be an offensive foul away from the play, evidently. Maybe a moving screen that gets charged against the Gamecocks. So the Eagles will have it. Florida Gulf Coast, the 24th ranked team in the land. They give it to one of their seniors, Emma List. She gives it off to teammate Sophia Stiles, drives the right side, and her layup is good. Quickly, FGCU on top 2-0 after that offensive foul against Jack State. Shantae Shaw with it. She'll swing one to the left wing to Kiera Griffin, the junior from Birmingham. Driving it back to the right side. Over to Mango Mutanda. It's the same starting five for the Gamecocks, and a reaching in foul against the Eagles. Mutanda, Kyra Williams, Kiera Griffin, Shantae Shaw, and Kennedy Gavin. Florida Gulf Coast, you've heard a handful of their starters: Eliza Winston, Sophia Stiles, Tashara Morehouse, Shea Carter, and Emma List getting the start for FGCU. They give it into a wide open Kyra Williams. She'll try a three, and it gets the net but doesn't go in the net. Air ball that rolls out of bounds, and it stays a 2-0 lead for FGCU. Kyra Williams with a career-high 25 points in Jack State's win over Stetson on Thursday. An exhilarating 69-62 victory. JSU led pretty comfortably. Heading into that fourth quarter, it was a 13-point game, but a 14-0 run by the Hatters made things very, very interesting. Fortunately, the Gamecocks got enough production in the fourth quarter to pull away for the win. Emma List, she'll duck inside, try a layup, and has too much on it, pulled down by Mango Mutanda. Gamecocks wearing their white home jerseys. Jacksonville State on the front in red letters with black trim around the letters and numbers. Had the Senior Day ceremony just before the game, honored the 5 seniors and 2 student managers that are seniors. We'll talk about all of those players and managers throughout this broadcast. Kyra Williams, top of the key to Griffin. Left side she goes to Shaw, the 5th year from Nashville. Shaw attacks, and the shot rolls off the rim. Tough break for Shantae, rebounded by Tashara Morehouse, the preseason player of the year in the ASUN Conference. Over to Emma List, and her layup falls off the rim again. Fortunate that List, the transfer from Albany, couldn't hit that one. On the other end, it's Kiera Griffin, and she dribbles it out of bounds. I think Kiera thought there might get a foul called, but nothing happened that time. All that occurred was her dribbling it out of bounds. With 7:56 to go in the first quarter, it's a 2-0 ball game in favor of the Eagles from Florida Gulf Coast. Out of Fort Myers, Florida, 27-3 on the year. (15-1) in conference play. And a shot up and in from FGCU. 3-pointer, and it's 5-0. You'll see that a lot from this Eagles squad, one of the best 3-point shooting teams in the nation. They lead the nation in 3-pointers per game and 3-point attempts per game. This is a long 2 from Kennedy Gavin. Her shot won't go in, and once more it's pulled down by an Eagle. That's Morehouse with the board. The short guard takes it on the other end, gives it to a wide open List from 3, and she airballs it out of bounds. By the way, Morehouse made that 3, her first basket of this game. That made it 5-0. Sub checking in, it's Madison McCoy. She'll replace Kiera Griffin. Gamecocks with it. This is Madison McCoy who takes it down the floor, the junior from Knoxville, Tennessee. Over to Kyra Williams. Maybe a bit of a travel, got away with it but didn't make the shot. Rebounded by FGCU, and a lot of contact as Sophia Stiles comes down with it. Stiles crossover at midcourt, hands it off on the wing to List. Their tall forward, the 5'10 graduate. List coming near side. She'll give it to Morehouse. Morehouse, one of the best players in the nation, the native of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And she has a poor pass, throws it right to Shantae Shaw, and here comes Jack State. Shaw, with all the speed in the world, takes it down the floor in a hurry. Goes to the left, cuts back to the right, and a foul away from the play.
Foul is on the Eagles, number 4, Deshaun Morehouse, her first personal foul, 17 foul.
Shaw going to pass it in just to the right of the basket. It's a high pass into Mango Mutanda. Passes top of the key to Madison McCoy. McCoy to the right side, a handoff to Kyra Williams. The 5th year from Jacksonville will attack and then slow down. She lobs it top of the key to Shaw. Shantae goes to the left side this time, puts a hook shot off the top of the key, or off the top of the backboard that is, and misses it. Rebound falls to FGCU. In transition at Styles, back outside to Morehouse. To Shara Morehouse in the paint, spinning around with that pivot foot, throws it top of the key. This is caught by Shea Carter, now to the right side they go. This is Eliza Winston, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, and that's going to be a travel. Turnover against this Eagles offense, something that they don't do a lot of. They're second in the first couple of minutes of this ball game. 5:37 and ticking in the first period, a 5-0 lead for Florida Gulf Coast. Shaw to the left side, inside the arc, passes to Williams, now outside to an open Mutanda. Mango hits one from the right wing, and it's 5-3. Jack State's on the board here in the first quarter. Once again, FGCU with it. This is Morehouse, and she'll draw a shooting foul. Head to the line with 5:17 to go in the first period. As you heard the PA announcer say, first foul on Shantae Shaw. It's the FGCU team overall that can shoot the ball well at the line, 70.2% as a team. Shooter at the line, Morehouse, she is 74.2 on the year. And the first one is up and good. Second free throw also true from Morehouse. She makes it a 7-3 game about midway through this opening period. McCoy will throw it into Shantae Shaw. Shaw, one of the 5 senior players and 7 members of the program that were honored in pregame. Shaw, a transfer from Troy, has played 3 seasons now at Jack State. This has by far been her most productive, and she has nearly an assist, gives a good pass to Kennedy Gavin. Her shot is missed, gets her own rebound, and then a foul on the floor. That foul will go against number 2, Styles. Kennedy was hoping it was a shooting foul, but not the case that time. Shantae Shaw will throw it in with 5:01 to go in the period. Shantae at the baseline, gives it in immediately to Kennedy Gavin. She'll retreat, take a couple steps back, right at the arc. She'll give it to Madison McCoy, throws it to an Eagle, intercepted by Sophia Styles. She'll set up shop on the right wing, passes top of the key, now left side. This is Maddie Antonucci with it. Antonucci spins, passes back out. Top of the key, a long 3 for Morehouse, and it's off the iron. Rebound goes to Mutanda. Gamecocks looking to make it a 1-possession game again if they can score here. Masingo with it, the transfer from Northwest Florida State. Goes to the left side. This is Shaw with it. Has it on the wing. Shantae gets around Morehouse. What a move. Jumper at the elbow, and that one won't go. Couldn't hit the shot after a great move to get around one of the best defenders in the nation. They'll pass it over to Morehouse. She'll try a tray, and this one is way off the mark. Be caught in the corner by Mutanda. It didn't hit the backboard or the rim. You hear the air ball chants from Hardcore. They have been rowdy early in this one. Shantae, the point guard, passes quickly to McCoy. Now back over to Shantae at the top of the key. Outside, a long 2 from Gavin. And Kennedy hits it off the rim twice. It goes to an FGCU Eagle. Rebounded by Tashara Morehouse. The Western Nebraska transfer over to Sophia Styles. She'll drive in and make a layup. 9-3 lead for Florida Gulf Coast. 3:35 and ticking in this first period of play. FGCU has picked up some very decisive wins in conference play. 11 of their conference victories have been by 20 or more points, including several that have been by 40 or more points. They picked up a 26-point win in Kennesaw 2 nights ago. Played a very good Kennesaw State team and just drubbed them. This is Maddie McCoy driving the baseline, and her pass is intercepted. Tried to get it to Gavin. Instead, got it to Shea Carter. And there will be a foul that sends us to the media timeout, reaching in on Shantae Shaw. That'll take us to the timeout. 3:05 to go in the first period. 9-3 start. Florida Gulf Coast on top here on the Gamecocks Sports Network. Stay with us. And we're back here on the Gamecock Sports Network. 3 minutes to go in the first period. FGCU leading 9-3, trying to add to it, and they will. Sophia Stiles gets it off the inbounds pass, drives inside, and makes a layup. That's how quick this offense operates. It's 11-3 now, Eagles leading. Nakia Thompson, the senior, back out there for the first time since last Saturday when she was injured at Jacksonville. Was held out on Thursday, was not cleared by the doctors just yet, but great to see her out there in this one. Kiera Griffin tries a floater. That one falls off to the right side, and it's rebounded by Shea Carter of FGCU. She'll spin, pass to an open teammate who misses a shot off the backboard. That one missed by Antonucci. Sophomore shot is Aaron. It's rebounded by Nakia Thompson. She'll take it on the other end and has a picture-perfect pass to find Brianna Rhodes under the basket. Easy two for Bree. Back to a two-possession game now. 11-5 your score. 2:05 here to play in the first period. Shea Carter, a left side lob to Kayla Webb. Former Providence standout. She'll go down low, and some more points for this Eagles squad at Shea Carter, the 6-foot guard. Once again makes it an 8-point difference. Griffin with it on the left side. A handoff to Kyra Williams, looping back to the right. Kyra in the paint. She'll spin, try a jumper, and that one too short. Kind of a line drive shot, went off the front of the rim, and it goes to them. They feed it to number 2. That's Sophia Stiles. Goes against Kyra Williams. And let's see, is that a block or a charge? Looks like they're going to call a charge against Stiles, either that or a push-off. Either way, an offensive foul that'll give it to Jack State. 4th team foul against FGCU in this first period. Comes with 90 seconds to go. Now Kiara Griffin will throw it in to Shantae Shaw, who checks back in for Thompson. Shaw passes the Gamecock logo at midcourt. Has it on the right side, cuts back to the left. She'll attack against Morehouse. Spins, tries a layup, and it rolls in there. Gets the lucky roll that time to Shantae. 13-7 your score. Unfortunately, no defense on the other end to Shara Morehouse with a big response to make it 15-7. Tit for tat over the last few possessions. See if the Gamecocks can keep that trend going. Brooklyn McDaniel in the game, the freshman from Heflin. Here's Griffin, left side of Rhodes, now back to McDaniel on the wing. Brooklyn, top of the key, sets a screen for Mutanda. Mutanda will drive inside, tries to shot over Winston, and it's a push-off on Mutanda. Mango can't believe it. Didn't see much on that one, but no argument from Petrie, so I'm guessing it was more visible on the other side of the floor. Nevertheless, that'll give it back to the Eagles with about 40 seconds to go in the first. They lead it by 8, 15-7. Emma List will get a handoff, top of the key, goes back to the right side to Morehouse. Now to Shea Carter straight away. Back to List on the wing. This is a quick offense, a lot of motion, a lot of success over the years for Carl Mesco's team. And how about a three-pointer from Kayla Webb? The graduate guard from Pontiac, Michigan, nails one from the left side and makes it a 10-plus point game for the first time. It's 18-7. Double-digit advantage now for FGCU. JSU with the clock running down finds Kiara Griffin. She banks one off the backboard. Give it in to Morehouse, a heave at the horn, and it's in there. A half-court shot. Oh my goodness, Tashara Morehouse made that one from the Gamecock logo, and that'll take us to the end of the first. It's a 21-9 start for FGCU. Wow, we'll try to take a timeout and catch our breath, and wow, that's all we can say. A 12-point lead for FGCU through one. We'll welcome you back to the Gamecocks Sports Network. Start of the second quarter, FGCU with the ball. They pass it left side to Winston. Eliza Winston, the guard, top of the key to List, now to the right side to Morehouse, who hit a huge three at the buzzer to end the first quarter, and she'll hit a layup to start the second quarter. 9:31. Rebound and put back for Kennedy Gavin. Count the basket and a foul.
Basket was good by Kennedy Gavin. She's shooting well.
Big make there by Kennedy. Cuts it to a 12-point deficit, 23-11. Trying to make it a bit closer with this free throw. Kennedy converts the and one. The graduate forward from Petal, Mississippi, another of the 5 seniors honored in pregame. It was Shantae Shaw, Kennedy Gavin, Kyra Williams. Also had Amari Martin and Nakia Thompson out there, all 5th years except for Nakia. She's a senior. That three off the rim, rebounded by Thompson, the aforementioned 4th-year Gamecock, playing in her 106th game at Jack State today. Gives to Kiara Griffin, drives it all the way to the baseline, passes it back out to Amari. Amari Martin to an open Nakia Thompson, a three, and it's off the rim. Rebound tipped around, goes to McDaniel, and the putback's good. Right place, right time for the freshman out of Cleburne County. It's 23-14. Now we need to play some more defense. Emma List to the right side. She goes to Winston. Winston down low, a good pass to List, but leads her out of bounds. She saves it for a moment at least. Throws it too hard off to Shara Morehouse that it goes out of bounds. Gamecocks will get the ball back now, down by 9. Right around 8.5 to go here in the second quarter. I want to apologize for any technical difficulties we might be having on the YouTube broadcast. Hope everything's coming through smoothly. Appreciate everybody taking some time out of their Saturday to tune in and catch some Gamecock hoops, the last home game of the year. Kennedy Gavin on the left wing, gives top of the key to Nakia Thompson. Nearly a steal for Morehouse, but not this time. Nakia gets it back, fakes a handoff, goes to Griffin. She has it in the corner. The junior out of Ramsey High School in Birmingham. At the last second, she throws it away and throws it right to Morehouse. Eagles with it, Euro step for Morehouse, and the layup is good. Just so automatic, so easy for number 4 when she comes racing down the floor. 25-14. This is only the 3rd ever meeting between the two sides. Jack State and FGCU met twice last year. Gamecocks lost in the regular season at home by 22. Then lost by 15 in the A-Sun Championship final. The tournament championship down at Fort Myers last March. A spin from McDaniel. She'll try. Drove it into the hoop. Faked out List. That time Shea Carter will be called for the foul. That makes it a 7-point game, 25-18. Mentioned that there's been a lot of blowouts this year for FGCU. They've played in some tight games. They won by 10 against Stetson not that long ago. A Stetson team that JSU was demolishing for much of the game on Thursday. Kiera's and one is true. It's 25-19 now. Tishara Morehouse, the standout guard from Milwaukee, the 5th year, standing just 5'3", but man, she's talented. Emma List gives outside a three-pointer, and it's good. Uju Azudu, the redshirt junior from Reynoldsburg, Ohio, the transfer from Denver, hits it from outside and once again makes it a 9-point game. Brooklyn McDaniel, she'll fake a pass. Now she'll give it off to to Griffin. And the corner back to McDaniel, and a block. That'll go against number 0, Kayla Webb. Already seeing some strong three-point shooting from FGCU. They've sank 4 of their 9 attempts so far. Jack State just 1 of 4 from the arc. Madison McCoy comes back in, as does Nakia Thompson, who throws in the pass here. Gives it in to McCoy, straight away. The 6-foot forward bounces one to Thompson. Now back over to McDaniel, and a foul on Kayla Webb, and that'll probably be her first half. She came racing in, made a ton of contact with the arm of Brooklyn McDaniel. With 6:32 to go in the first half, Jack State will toss it in from the sideline. McDaniel to McCoy, now to Thompson. The two student managers who were honored, Preston Odom and Ethan Whitcomb. Great to see them getting their recognition here on Senior Day. Madison McCoy over to Kennedy Gavin. She'll try a jumper from the free throw line. It's off to the left, but a big offensive board from McCoy. Dribbles around the defender, lost it, picks it back up, now gives it over to McDaniel. Gets a screen, Brooklyn down the center of the lane, layup off to the left. Rebounded by Gavin, and a jump ball is called. That'll keep it with Jack State. Smesko and the Eagles coaching staff livid with that call. They thought it was a clean steal that time. Not a bad look from McDaniel. Good job to get up there and get it by Kennedy Gavin. I'm going to be honest, as we look back at the replay, I think that was a clean steal, but we're not going to argue the call. Thompson, the senior out of Douglas High School in Atlanta, trying to find a teammate. She'll give it in to Gavin. Mid-game with under 6 to play in the half, 28-21. Micaiah Thompson past the timeline. She'll give it off to Amari Martin. Loses the dribble, picks it back up. Amari on the left side, the Hazel Green native, 5th all-time with 152 made threes at Jacksonville State. They'll call a reaching in on FGCU. That'll be their 5th team foul. The Gamecocks will be in the bonus over the final 5.5 minutes here. They'll bring in a sub for the first time. That's Briley Bartram, the former Vanderbilt Commodore. Also played at Florida. And the free throw off to the right, in and out from Amari Martin. The second free throw from Amari. She got this one. Not known to miss too many of them at the stripe. Kyra Williams set to check in. She'll replace Brooklyn McDaniel. It's a 6-point game, 28-22, 5.5 to go here in the second period of play. Tashara Morehouse, right side pass to Bartram. A handoff on the wing. This is Shea Carter with it. Coming back to the left side, they go to Morehouse. To the elbow, back outside to Shea Carter. Carter guarded by McCoy. Now to Morehouse, who's up against Amari Martin, and a definite push off on Tashara McCoy. Shoves Amari Martin to the floor. And the 5th-year guard does a good job to draw that foul. With 5:15 to go, it's right back to Jack State. Goes in to Micaiah Thompson. Let's see if we can score again here and cut it to a one-possession game. It's 28-22. Kennedy Gavin will spin her layup, rolls off the rim, tries to fight for the rebound, and it's recovered by Azudu. Azudu gives it over to Morehouse. She falls in the lane. How's that not a travel? Gives it over to a teammate. Shea Carter makes a layup. I'm not sure how that's not a travel. She skidded across the floor for about 5 or 6 feet. Petrie still giving the ref an earful. 30-22 your score, 4:35 and ticking here in quarter number 2 in Jacksonville. Senior Day at the Pete. It's been a fun one so far. If you like offense, you'll like this game. Kyra Williams gets a handoff, has it stripped away, picks it back up. Kyra tries a long 2, and it rims out, tipped but recovered by Florida Gulf Coast. Bartram with the board, over to Morehouse, down the floor to Carter, layup good. Another one for Shea Carter. It's a 10-point game. Carter's got 6 points, leading scorer in this game as expected. Morehouse, she's got 14 of FGCU's 32. Micaiah, right side to Maddie McCoy. Back inside, a poor pass, and it's intercepted. Threw it right to Azudu. Uju Azudu. Gives left side to Shea Carter, now back to Azudu. Drives inside the arc, on the wing, top of the key Carter. Going up against McCoy, takes it down low, layup good, count the basket, and a foul. First team foul of the second quarter on Jacksonville State. That'll take us to the media timeout. 3:34 to go in the first half. FGCU 34, Jack State 22 here on the Gamecocks Sports Network. Stay with us. We're back here at Pete Matthews Coliseum in beautiful Jacksonville, Alabama. Second quarter action of this women's basketball matchup, Jack State and Florida Gulf Coast. And one opportunity for Shea Carter. FGCU senior puts it in the air, and it's off to the left, rebounded by Kiera Griffin, and the Gamecocks will get it back. Of course, big news in the conference today. Sandra Rushing calls it a career, retires from the University of Central Arkansas. It's been there a long, long time. It's been coaching a long time, but no more. Kyra Williams takes it down the floor. She misses a layup. It's rebounded by FGCU, and a push coming down the floor will go against Kyra. That'll be foul number 1 on Kyra Williams. It's 34-22 FGCU. About 3.5 to go. Just under 3.5 to go here in the first half. Looking at some scores of games that have already gone final today. Of course, Jacksonville gets the forfeit win over UCA, who canceled the rest of their season. Kennesaw State with a 13-point win. They beat Stetson 70-57. And then Bellarmine with a nice win in Charlotte. They beat Queens 69-51. Fourth quarter score looks like Lipscomb is going to get some revenge on Austin Peay after losing on Thursday at home. They lead at Austin Peay 53-41. About 6 minutes left in that one. And then the two late games this evening, North Florida at North Alabama. It'll tip off about 30 minutes or so from now. Then Eastern Kentucky at Liberty, about an hour and a half. Emma List has it on the right wing. She drives inside the paint, gives it over to Eliza Winston, almost lost it. Ripped out by Griffin. Tashara Morehouse gets it. She takes it to the free throw line, to the right side. Back to Winston. Spins, gives it over to an open List. Her three bricks off the back of the rim. Goes right back to Jack State. Nakia Thompson takes it past half court. Point guard hands it off to Griffin, who ranges over to the right. Has it in the paint, puts a shot over Carter, and it might have been partially blocked. It fell short, and it goes back to FGCU. Morehouse over to Bartram, a three, and she sinks it. Riley Bartram knocks one down from the left wing, the redshirt junior from Tampa, and it's a 15-point game. 37-22 your score, 2:20 to go in the first half. Kyra Williams has it beyond the arc, left side. See if Kiera can hit one this time. Instead, she'll give it over to Amari. Amari paired up with Bartram, tries a jumper at the free throw line, and that one misses off to the right. Bad trajectory, but rebounded by Gavin. Right back to Amari. She'll drive, try a hook shot this time, and it won't go. FGCU with the board. Winston over to Carter. Layup through contact, missed, but a foul will go against Kennedy Gavin. Kennedy was the best scorer against FGCU a year ago. She scored 23 games in those two matchups, had 8 rebounds. Just wasn't enough for Jack State to offset a stingy Eagle defense. They gave up just 30.8% of shots from the field to the Gamecocks in those two matchups. So far in this one, JSU shooting 31% from the field, so pretty much the same percentage. As the free throw is up and good from Shea Carter, makes it a 16-point difference. And this one trying to make it a 17-point game. She will not. It's off the back of the rim. It falls to Kyra. Williams flares it over to Nakia Thompson. Right wing pass to Kiera Griffin. Now back left side to Kennedy. Kennedy around 3 defenders. She's fouled with 1:30 to go in the half. Heavy defensive presence right there in the middle of the lane. Kennedy, with no fear, drives inside, puts a shot up, and she'll earn a trip to the free throw line. Gavin in this game, 1 for 1 at the line. She's got 5 points and 4 boards. Came in this season, or came into the game shooting 74% this year. Excuse me, 79% this year, 74 in her career. And she misses that one. Kennedy, a graduate from Petal, Mississippi, has already earned a bachelor's in communication, pursuing her master's in human performance from JSU. And she gets the second of those 2 free throws. 15-point game, 38-23. Brianna Rhodes checks in. Kennedy Gavin checks out. She'll take a seat. Minute 30 and ticking here in the first half. Webb hands it off to Bartram on the right side. This is Emma List with it, the tall guard, super quick and talented. They try to pass it back to List as she gave it off to Winston. They'll call a kickball. They're fortunate that it was kicked because otherwise it might have went off the shin of a Gamecock. Looked like JSU is going to have an easy layup on the other end if they can pick it up. Bartram gives it into List, fakes a handoff. She'll dribble it out to the wing. Top of the key, this is Webb. It's a screen from List. It's a pick and roll. Now back outside to a wide open Shea Carter. Her 3 off the rim. Over to Kyra Williams. Under a minute to go in the half. Nakia Thompson standing at the C of that Gamecock logo. Gonna miss seeing her play here next year. On the right side, it's Kiera Griffin. Back over to Thompson. She'll try a 3. Through contact, nothing called. Missed the shot. Put back no good from Rhodes. Threw it off the side of the backboard. Usually does not go in. Under 40 seconds to go. FGCU with it. They're going to hold on to it near half court. About a 7-second difference between the shot and game clocks. This is Webb over to List. A handoff on the wing to Carter. Top of the key, Winston. Everybody touching it over to Bartram. Another 3. Another make from Briley Bartram. 41-23. 8 seconds to go. Nakia Thompson with it on the right wing. Cuts back to the left. Passes to Kiera Griffin. A 3 ball. It's off the rim. Tipped around, and that'll do it for the first half. Jack State trails by 18 through 20 minutes. FGCU comes in the first half. They make 6 threes. They shoot 59% from the field, and they lead it 41-23 at the break. Here on the Gamecock Sports Network, a 13-1 run to end the first half for FGCU. We'll take a timeout, come back in just a minute with some halftime stats and analysis. We'll also take a look at other games going on in the A-Sun. We'll check the baseball game going on today, just a few hundred feet from us, a few hundred yards from us here at Pete Matthews Coliseum, and then we'll talk about the men's basketball win last night as they knocked off North Alabama. All that and more in just a minute here on the Gamecock Sports Network. 41-23 FGCU at halftime. We're back here on the Gamecock Sports Network. Halftime at the Pete on Senior Day. Jack State trailing FGCU 41-23. Looking at some stats from the break. A lot of shooting so far from FGCU. You might expect it. You come in, you look at how they're one of the top shooting teams in the nation. They're number one for three-pointers among every school in Division I. You knew they'd be able to hit it, but I still think hitting 6 in the first half is surprising even to me. They shoot 6 of 14 from 3 in that first half, 43%. They shoot 16 of 27 from the field, which is 59%. They lead it by 18. Gamecock offense, on the other hand, shot just 9 of 32 from the field, which is 28%. Hit just 1 three-pointer in that first half, which came from Mango Mutanda. Leading scorer in the game, as expected, Tashara Morehouse, 14 points, 5 rebounds. She also threw in 3 assists and a steal, just for good measure, in the first 20 minutes. 9 points, 3 rebounds by Shea Carter. She also drew 4 fouls in the first half. Jack State doesn't really have anybody in foul trouble just yet, but Shantae Shaw and Kennedy Gavin both with 2 fouls each. 6 points in the first half for Sophia Stiles, and then 6 points for Briley Bartram, who hit a pair of threes in that second quarter. And a three-pointer made by Kayla Webb, a three-pointer made by Uju Azudu. We'll get it eventually. She had a three-pointer in that first half. Gamecock offense turned the ball over 7 times. FGCU turned it over just 5 times in the first 20 minutes. Leading scorer, Gavin, 6 points and 6 rebounds in the first half. 5 points and 2 boards for Kiara Griffin. Had 4 points from Brooklyn McDaniel. So far, so good for the freshman. Three-pointer made by Mango Mutanda. She had 3 rebounds as well. 2 points by Shantae Shaw. Steal in the first half. 2 points and a rebound. Also an assist for Brianna Rhodes. And then 1 point on a made free throw by Amari Martin in the first half. Gamecocks trailing in points off turnovers, 14 for FGCU, just 5 for Jack State. FGCU with 4 more points in the paint, which is surprising. They are a team that loves to shoot it outside. The Gamecocks, unfortunately, just haven't been able to build a presence close to the hoop. They're outscored in that category 20-16. JSU with 7 second chance points, though, none for FGCU. Granted, they've made most of their shots, so that's probably why they have none. 6 points off fast breaks for the Eagles. We're back here on the Gamecocks Sports Network. Halftime at the Pete on Senior Day. It's 41-23 Florida Gulf Coast. The 24th ranked Eagles on top at the break. Looking at other games in action and ASUN women's basketball contests. Got a late score. I think it just went final. Lipscomb at Austin Peay. It was an 11-point lead late for Lipscomb, and they stretch it out to 15. They win 65-50, knocking off rival Austin Peay in Clarksville, Tennessee. So that pretty much locks in Lipscomb as the 3 seed. JSU right now tied for 6th in the ASUN standings. So if we can somehow get that 6th seed, we're tied with Kennesaw State, who won today. We're tied with North Alabama, who plays later on today against North Florida. If we can get that 6th seed, we would be heading to Lipscomb, more than likely, with that win over Austin Peay. 4 seed and 5 seed play, so pretty much out of reach that we'd be playing Austin Peay. Pretty much lock in Peay as the 4 seed, Eastern Kentucky as the 5 seed, or vice versa. I mean, the location of that game may change, but it'll be Peay and Eastern Kentucky in the 4 or 5 game. 2-7, don't know who 7's going to be. 2's going to be Liberty. 7-8 will play at the site of 2, and it's looking like Jack State will be a 7 or an 8 seed. So we'll play more than likely North Alabama at Liberty. That'd be my guess as of today. Still, some things can change. You never know what will happen. But more than likely, we'll be playing a state school up in the Commonwealth of Virginia, which is just part of it. So we'll see how that goes. Of course, the tournament starts next weekend. The Gamecocks still have one more matchup in the regular season after today. They'll head to Stetson next Wednesday to round out the regular season in beautiful DeLand, Florida. We're hoping for a sunny, warm afternoon and hopefully a big win. I think that game starts around noon Central Time, so it should be a fun one. I believe we'll be on WLJS for that one, but TBD, stay tuned. Speaking of WLJS, Mike Harris on the call right now as the Gamecock baseball team's in action. They lead Southern Illinois 9-4 in the 6th inning, a 6-run 6th inning for Jack State. They have flipped the game entirely on its head and turned it completely around against the Salukis. Suffered a tough loss 8-7 last night at Jim Cave Stadium. North Florida at North Alabama, that game got underway. Let's see, has it gotten underway yet? I think the game starts in a couple of minutes, North Florida and North Al. So we'll keep an eye out for a score on that one. Then about an hour from now, Eastern Kentucky at Liberty up in Lynchburg, Virginia. But here at the break, it's FGCU 41 and Jacksonville State 23. We'll step aside, listen in to some great tunes from Hardcore, and come back in just a bit. We're back here on the Gamecock Sports in for FGCU. She'll toss it in to Shara Morehouse. And we are underway with second half action. Off of FGCU, or was it? Might have hit off the Gamecock. Yeah. Hit off a Gamecock. It deflected off the backboard and we couldn't get it. Now stoppage of play on the inbounds pass. Let's see. Officials going to converge here. It looks like there's a foul on Shante Shaw. Or was it? Maybe they're going to fix the shot clock. I was seeing 13. They're putting 13 seconds on the shot clock. That's what it was. Reset the shot clock after that turnover. What they thought was a turnover. Goes into Morehouse in the corner. Open three for Carter. Didn't matter. Three-pointer's good. 44-23, the first 20-plus point lead of the day for FGCU. Comes on that tray from Shea. Kiara Griffin has it on the left wing. Top of the key to Kennedy Gavin. Gavin, the graduate forward who transferred from Southern Miss, misses a jumper off the rim, and it falls to Morehouse. Morehouse takes it all the way. Euro step, passes it outside to List. List has it in the lane. Walk it back outside. List fakes a pass. She'll go to the right to Winston. Would have been stolen had she passed it off. Now over to Carter. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Down low, pass deflected by Griffin, but right to Shea Carter, and the layup is good. And now they've doubled us up. It's 46-23. Tough break for Griffin. Right position, got a piece of it, but kind of like that Auburn-Georgia football game, just tipped it right to Shea Carter. Shante Shaw will drive inside, tries for the right-handed finish on the layup, can't get it, and it's rebounded by number 2, Sophia Stiles. Gives to a wide-open Eliza Winston. Her three has too much on it. Caught in the corner by Kiara Griffin. Griffin down the right sideline. Gives top of the key to Shante Shaw. 8:20 and ticking here in the third quarter. A 23-point lead for FGCU. Jack State has 23 points. Shante Shaw flips one to Gavin. Left side fakes a handoff. Now she'll give it to Griffin. Sets a screen. Kiara gets around it. Gives top of the key. A three for Kyra. And Williams connects. We saw that quite a few times on Thursday night. She hit a career-high 5 against Stetson. 25 points in that win. Miscommunication defensively. Thankfully doesn't hurt us this time as the three hits off the glass. Rebounded by Mutanda and a stoppage of play. What is the stoppage of play for? Not entirely sure what happened here. Might be something else with the clock here. I think they didn't start the clock or something. Either way, Jack State will toss it in. 7:47 to go. This time it goes into Madison McCoy, and the clock is a-rolling. Shaw with it straight away. The 5'2", fifth-year guard out of Nashville, Tennessee. Left side pass to McCoy. Maddie's got it, hands it off to Shante. Darts inside, jukes a defender, layup, rolls off the rim. Been that kind of day. Rebounded by the Eagles. Down low with the board, that was Stiles. Gives to Morehouse, the one. Morehouse gets around Shaw, layup good. Just makes it look so easy. 48-26. Wasn't terrible defense by Shaw, and she actually might have fouled her, but Morehouse got around it, made the shot. The timeout called by Jack State with 7:14 to go in the third. It's 48-26, FGCU leading here at the Pete. We'll take a timeout with them, come back for more in just a second on YouTube. And we welcome you back to Pete Matthews Coliseum here on the campus of Jacksonville State University. JSU women's basketball trailing Florida Gulf Coast 48-26. Gamecocks have it out of that timeout. Inbounds pass to Kennedy Gavin. Right side they go to Mango Mutanda. Mutanda going up against Stiles. Her shot blocked by Stiles, and a late foul called against Mango. Or was it even Mango? I guess it was a charge. Kind of official obstructing our view here at press row. But what happened was it was blocked and then a charge, so about as poorly as the play could have gone, unfortunately. Under 7 to go in this third quarter, a 22-point lead for the Eagles. They have not seen any Florida Gulf Coast basketball. They don't usually have huge leads. They had a decent lead in this one at halftime, but they do their work in the third quarter and they do their work in the fourth quarter. So far, they've stretched it from an 18-point lead to a 22-point. Corner to Stiles, now on the wing to Webb. All the way around the horn back to List on the right side. List fakes a drive, now she will. She goes against Rhodes, spins to her right with a drop step, kicks back outside. Top of the key. Carter with it. Working against McCoy, now she's double teamed. Puts it up at the horn and it's good. That's their desperation heave with the shot clock going down. It's a nothing but net jumper from Shea Carter. And they are the first team to reach 50. It's 50-26. Nakia Thompson's got it at the M of the Gamecock logo. Walks it to the right side. Looks to her left. Bree Rhodes is covered. Now she will give it off to Rhodes. Going against Lish. She spins and loses the ball out of bounds. A great move that time by Rhodes. Just lost the basketball. With 5:56 to go in the period. Back over to the Eagles. Tashara Morehouse has got it. Gotta think she'll have a future playing pro ball one day. Gives it off to Shea Carter and a foul before the shot, or was it? I think there'll be 2 free throws coming up as that one goes against Madison McCoy.
Number 15, Madison McCoy gets the Gamecock foul. That's her third, and the team's third.
Third foul on Maddie, third team foul of the third quarter for Jack State, and it was a shooting foul, so 2 free ones for Shea Carter. Going right into the face of hardcore. She makes the first one. Carter up to 17 points in this game now. A game high 17 for her. 2 of 4 at the line in this game. Her second free throw, good. Routed around and went down. 26-point difference, 52-26. 5:38 to go in the third quarter. Nakia Thompson on the right side. Gives to Brooklyn McDaniel, fakes a pass. Brooklyn taking herself in the paint, and she walked. That one was easy to see. And timeout taken by Jack State, a 30-second timeout, and we will take it with them. 5:27 to go in the third quarter, 52-26, FGCU leads it. frame. Brianna Rhodes on the right side, coming back to the left to Kyra Williams. Straight away, it's Brooklyn McDaniel. Takes it to the ASUN logo, tries a jumper, and it banks in off the backboard. 6 points now for the freshman out of Cleburne County. It's 52-28, but Tashara Morehouse tries to respond. Her layup missed, pushes it a bit too far. Back to the Gamecocks, who trail by 24. Nakia Thompson posting up against Morehouse. Her pass deflected, but caught in the corner by Mutanda. Drives down low. Mango loops around, gives to Nakia. Fakes a shot, throws it across the floor to McDaniel. Brooklyn spins away from Carter, spins back right into the face of the defense, tries a shot, it's good, count the basket, and a foul. Nice one from B-Mac, and she'll head to the free throw line. Third foul on Shea Carter. First foul on the Eagles in this third period. Coming with 4:24 to go. The and one is true from Brooklyn McDaniel. 52-31. Brooklyn now with a team high 9 points in this one. Got to be approaching a career high for the freshman. FGCU with it. This is Emma List. Has it just to the left of the point. Gives it off to Morehouse. One-on-one with Thompson, and Nakia called for a foul. Only 3 points away from tying her career highs, Brooklyn. She had 12 points against Campbell out in Las Vegas right before Christmas. That feels like a lifetime ago. It's been a busy, busy winter here in Calhoun County. The free throw good for Morehouse. 53-31. Had the regional basketball tournament earlier this week. Mentioned that on Thursday night on the radio. It concluded on Thursday as Morehouse hits both. 14 champions, 7 on the boys' side, 7 on the girls' side, crowned here at Pete Matthews Coliseum. Moving on to Birmingham. Tournament, Final Four state tournament starts on Monday, if it hasn't already. Under 4 to go in the third quarter. Brooklyn McDaniel, a three off the rim. Rebound tipped by Rhodes, caught near midcourt by Thompson. Back to the Gamecocks, over to Mutanda. Mutanda around 2 defenders, layup, rolls off the rim. Bobbled around, and it's going to be a kicked ball against Jack State. Or is it? Thought it was a kick against Jack State. Instead, I think it's a kick against FGCU, so Jack State will keep it. 3:41 to go in the third. Nakia Thompson, and a foul away from the play on the inbounds pass. Azudu just bulldozed Mango Mutanda. Nakia throws it into Kyra Williams beyond the arc. Kyra will attack, bumps into a defender, and misses the layup. Fights for the rebound, has it tipped out, and it's Eagle basketball. .335 to go in the third quarter. Jack State shooting just 30% from the field. 2 made threes in this game after hitting 11 on Thursday. This is a really good FGCU defense. Yeah, they've got the offense that can stay with anybody, but their defense is really impressive too. A missed layup there by Morehouse, rebounded by Jack State. Nakia Thompson takes it on the other end. Her shot missed and immediately pulled down by Morehouse. She'll scoot down the floor herself, spin, pass it outside to Webb, now to an open Azudu. Her three is nailed. Second made three of the day for Uju Azudu. It's 57-31. Biggest lead so far for FGCU. Thompson, one of the 5 seniors honored in pregame on senior day, gives it to Rhodes. Jumper from the elbow won't go. Pulled down by Azudu. Gives it over to Morehouse, who lost the ball, picks it back up. Goes down the left side, gives it to List. Takes the three, she'll take it inside, give it to Webb. Webb guarded by Kyra. Gets a screen. Passes the opposite direction. This is Morehouse. Kicks it to an open Emma List. Three-pointer short. Rebounded by Kyra Williams. Went right into her hands after it was deflected off the glass. 2:10 to go in the third quarter. Brianna Rhodes has it straight away. You know what? She's never tried a three. Let's put one up. Hands it off to Kyra Williams. Goes to the left side. Kyra stops, has it knocked out of her hands, picks it back up, gets around Azudu. Open floaters missed. Rebound, put back missed. Got to make one of those. Rebounded by the Eagles. Morehouse with it, one-on-one with Thompson. She'll spin and pass it right to Bree Rhodes. Thank you very much. Over to Kyra Williams. Leads a pass to Mutanda. Mango will slow it down. Now she'll get around Winston. Layup, no good. Goes to Eliza Winston. 90 seconds to go in the quarter. Tashara Morehouse with it straight away. Goes left side to Winston. Now in the corner, this is Kayla Webb. Back outside to Azudu and to Emma List. Everybody's touched it this possession. Goes down low to Azudu, and she is fouled but makes the layup. Eight points for Azudu. A chance to make it 9 with a three-point play here with 1:16 to go in the quarter. A 28-point lead for FGCU. First free throw of the day for Azudu, and she makes it. Make it an 8-0 scoring run for Florida Gulf Coast. Jack State's not scored about 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Shantae Shaw down the floor. Goes against Winston, jukes her all the way to the floor, gives to Gavin, and the jumper's missed. Goes back to FGCU. Final minute of the quarter, Azudu 3 off the rim, rebounded by McDaniel. Good board there by Brooklyn. Takes it herself. She's the point guard this time. She'll stop. She's pressured. Gives outside to Shantae Shaw, and Shaw travels. Faced a little bit of contact, not enough to warrant a foul that time. And turns it over with 46.8 ticks of the clock left here in the third quarter. 60-31 your score, Eagles leading. Inbounds pass will go to Sophia Stiles. She'll jog it up the court. Side by side alongside Shea Carter. To Briley Bartram. Now to Azudu. Has it on the left side. Back to her right. Goes to Azudu. And the play works again. Her layup's good. A 31-point advantage for the green and blue. FGCU 62, Jack State 31. Never mentioned it, FGCU with their green jerseys, by the way. FGCU in blue letters and numbers with white trim around it. Gamecocks give it to Brooklyn McDaniel. Her floater rings in and out. Pulled down by Shea Carter. And they won't try a shot. They'll walk out the clock, and that'll do it for the third quarter. We head to the fourth. It's 62-31, Florida Gulf Coast. 62-31 as we start the fourth quarter. Shantae Shaw with a nice pass down low to Kiera Griffin. Outside of McDaniel on the wing. Brooklyn's got it at the edge of the paint. She'll try a shot off the glass and doesn't make contact with the glass. It's rebounded by FGCU. Went right into the waiting hands of Shea Carter. Over to Sophia Stiles. Her layup missed off the glass. Rebound goes to Kiera Griffin. She'll scoot down the right side. Key's got it, posting up against Carter. Takes it to the baseline, gives outside to Kennedy Gavin. Her long two in and out. And it goes back to the Eagles. Down the floor to Azudu, wide open layup, rolls off the rim, gets her own rebound. The putback is good. And they get the first points of the fourth quarter, 64-31. Shantae Shaw to the right side, and timeout taken by Jack State. We'll step aside with them. 9:06 to go in the fourth quarter. Jack State 31, FGCU 64.
This becomes an official timeout.
Gamecocks have got it out of that timeout. It's going to be Amari Martin getting the inbounds pass, hands it off to McDaniel. Take it down low, pass back outside to Shaw, and it's dropped. A foul against Tashara Morehouse. Shaw dropped the ball, but was fouled right before doing so. Shantae Shaw with it. On the right side, she'll give it off to Amari Martin, now to Brooklyn McDaniel. Freshman with 9 points in this game. She's looked good, been a lone bright spot, and she'll shine again. Takes it to the left side of the goal, makes a layup. She's got 11, one away from a career high. Unfortunately, FGCU has another three on the other end. That makes it 67-31. 33, excuse me. Tell me if you've heard that before. Another three from the Eagles. Over to Kennedy Gavin, long two off the back of the rim. Been a rough last few games for Kennedy shooting the ball. Another three from Azudu. She's got 16 in this one. 3 trays for her. Morehouse to the left, gives outside to Shea Carter. Carter, center of the lane, layup, rolls in off the glass. 69-33, a 36-point lead for the Eagles. Shantae Shaw with it. She'll make one off the backboard, 69-35. A couple of reserves about to check in for Florida Gulf Coast. Morehouse to Azudu. In the corner they go to Stiles. Sophia Stiles walks it to the left side, passes it over to Shea Carter. Now outside to Morehouse. Morehouse working against Shantae Shaw. Has it in the paint, cuts back to the right, layup missed, and rebounded by Kennedy Gavin. Kennedy with rebound number 7 in this one. Shantae to Ken straight away. Kennedy will drive it herself, has it stripped, picks it back up, puts up a shot, and the floater rolls in there. 69-37, Kennedy with 8 points in this one. Just her 3rd make from the field. Down the floor, Azudu, layup good. Had Gavin fooled there. 71-37. Under 7 to go, and timeout called by Petrie. We'll step aside again, 6:54 to go. 71-37, Florida Gulf Coast leads it. Gamecocks with it. Out of the timeout, it's Shantae Shaw, receives the inbounds pass, goes left side to Kyra Williams, now on the wing to McDaniel. Kyra with it, top of the key. 6:40 and ticking in this 4th quarter. Shantae gives in the corner to Kyra. The Jacksonville native had 25 on Thursday. She'll try a long 2, and it's off the rim. Rebounded by Azudu. What a game she's had. Azudu with 18 points, has 3 rebounds, and make it 4 now. Checking in the game for the first time for FGCU is Kiera Adams, and the redshirt sophomore has it stolen. Layup on the other end, rolls in by Kyra Williams. Kyra with a big bucket, makes it 71-39. Kyra with 5 points in this game, averaged 20 over the last 3 games. This is Sierra Adams, Georgia native, gives outside to Bartram, 3-pointer off the rim. Rebound goes to McDaniel. Down the right side, it's Shantae Shaw. Shaw on the wing, working against Webb. She's pressured, will dribble it out. Had a little bit of space, she'll attack this time, gets around the defense, but misses the layup. And it goes to Kayla Webb, the 5'6" guard. 5:35 to go in this ball game. Jack State down a lot. 32-point difference. Kayla Webb on the near side. Goes to the left. This is Kiera Adams, now to Bartram. Adams out of Brookwood High School in Metro Atlanta. Has it in the paint, tries a hook shot, and it rolls in there. Simply put, they can't miss much tonight. 73-39 as a team shooting north of 55% from the field. Jack State shooting 28%. Three-pointer for McDaniel. That's off to the right. Not a bad look, though. Rebounded by Kayla Webb. Under 5 to go in this fourth quarter. On the left side, Kiera Adams gives it over to number 11, Antonucci, the Cincinnati, Ohio product. On the wing, Kiera Adams going against McDaniel. Hook shot again. This time it rolls out. Caught on the run by Griffin. Kiera down the center of the floor, takes it herself. Layup good. Got it through contact. And the Gamecocks break 40. It's 73-41. 4:20 and ticking. Adams past half court. Hands it off to Antonucci. Now left side they go to Webb. Down low and a foul away from the ball. That'll be on Kiera Griffin, a push that sent Kiera Adams to the floor. Excuse me, that's Kira Adams, not Kiera. Spelled Kiera, but pronounced Kira. So Kira Adams was the one who was fouled by Kiera Griffin. Kiera checks out. Coming in for FGCU is Milan Schimmel. In there for JSU's Nakia Thompson. Inbounds pass caught over the shoulder by Antonucci. She'll pass left side to Adams. Has it stripped. Picks it back up, gives outside Bartram. Long ball, sinks it. 76-41. Briley Bartram now with 9 points. 35-point lead. 3 3/4 to play in this one. Nakia Thompson at the A of the Gamecock logo goes right side. It's Maddie McCoy. And a foul, a push away from the play on Schimmel. Schimmel, the fifth-year guard from Mission, Oregon. Transfer from Eastern Florida State and Hutchinson Community College. Riley Bartram checks out. Coming into the game for the first time is Jordan Campbell. Nakia Thompson near side, top of the key, a pass to Kyra Williams. Now to the right side, Amari Martin with it. Amari against Campbell. As her on skates, and now Amari double teamed and a foul. Antonucci shoved Amari to the floor, and Amari comes up holding her leg. It's good defense, honestly, by Jordan Campbell to catch back up to her, the redshirt freshman from Purcellville, Virginia. But she forced Amari to the weak side. When Amari went there, she was knocked down by Antonucci. Amari's got it on the near side. To the right wing they go to Nakia Thompson. 3:15 to go. Kyra straight away. Now over to Amari again. 7 on the shot clock. Amari drives. Her layup blocked by Antonucci. Recovered by Campbell. They give it over to Adams. Kira Adams passes to Antonucci. Back to Adams. 3 minutes to go in this one. Senior day at the Pete has not gone as we have hoped. Had a great ceremony, though, before the game. Antonucci trying to motion this offense around. She'll pass it left side to Kayla Webb. Kayla gives to Adams, now right side to Campbell. Back to Adams, three-pointer at the horn, off the rim, and a rebound by Maddie McCoy. 2:30 to go. Kyra Williams on the wing. Take it to the free throw line and back it up. Fakes a drive. She'll give it to McDaniel. Brooklyn McDaniel. Euro step. Floater short. Rebounded by McCoy. We want one more made shot by McDaniel. Would love to see a career high for her. Three-pointer off the mark by Amari Martin. Rebounded by the Eagles. That board falling to Milan Schimmel. Schimmel has it on the near side. Guarded by Williams. Step for step over to Adams. Under 2 to play. 35-point lead for the Eagles. Antonucci feeds to Webb. Now on the left side, Adams. Drives the baseline against McDaniel. Tries a shot. It rolls off the rim. Rebounded again by McCoy. Good board by Maddie. Down the right side, it's Nakia Thompson. 95 seconds to go. Brooklyn McDaniel, JSU's leading scorer. She's got 11. 3 rebounds, a point away from a career high. The freshman here in senior day. Left side to McDaniel. Over to Maddie McCoy. Right side of pass to Williams. Three-pointer in there. Off the backboard, banked in by Kyra. And with that, Kyra Williams up to 8 points. JSU's first points in about 3 minutes. Makes it 76-44. Minute to go. Hand off to Antonucci. Right side of pass, stolen by Kyra Williams, breaking away from the defense, lost the ball, picks it back up, and the layup's good. And with that, Kyra Williams in double digits again. Make it 4 in a row for Kyra. She's got 10. .42 seconds to go. 20-second difference between the shot and game clocks. FGCU just dribbling out the clock near midcourt. Appears that Brooklyn McDaniel will be 1 point shy of her career high. Kira Adams takes it to the elbow, passes outside to Webb. She'll go back to Adams down low. Outside to Antonucci, a three at the horn is airballed, and JSU will get it. Tried to get Antonucci to make a shot there, could not do it. With 19.8, JSU will bring it up the floor, and that'll probably be it. They trail by 30 here, 76-46. Maybe we'll try to score it. Goes into Shantae Shaw. No. Peacher says don't worry about it. That'll do it for this one. 76-46 will be your final score. Jack State will fall by 30 on Senior Day at the Pete. Not the best farewell to the 5 seniors, but hey, they got the win on Thursday over Stetson. So that'll do it. 76-46 your final score. We'll step aside, come back with final stats in just a minute. 30-point loss on this Saturday in the home finale. And we're back here on the Gamecocks Sports Network. Your final score, Jack State falls to FGCU 76-46 on Senior Day at the Pete. Looking at some final stats in this one, leading scorer for the Gamecocks, Brooklyn McDaniel, coming off the bench with 11 points, had 3 rebounds as well. Turned the ball over just once in her 21 minutes. Very productive day for Brooklyn, shot 5 of 12 from the field. We'll take that every single time we can get it from the freshman. 10 points in this one for Kyra Williams, had 5 points in the last couple minutes, helped her get to double digits. She had 4 rebounds as well to go along with her 2 steals and 1 assist. 8 points from Kennedy Gavin, another game without scoring in double figures, which is going to hurt the average a little bit, but of course she just wanted to win. 8 points, 7 rebounds for Kennedy in this one. 7 points, 5 boards for Kiera Griffin, also had an assist, did the forward. Junior out of Birmingham, just 7 points in the game. 4 points for Shantae Shaw, 3 points on a made 3 in the first quarter by Mango Mutanda. She also had 4 rebounds in this one. Then 2 points and 3 boards for Brianna Rhodes and a made free throw for Amari Martin in this ball game. FGCU had 20 points from Shea Carter, 18 from Tashara Morehouse, and 18 from Azudu. And yeah, that'll do it to you every single time when you give up, 56 points to their main 3 players. Those 3 outscored JSU in this game. Had 9 points from Briley Bartram on 3 made 3s. She looked good from beyond the arc. 6 points from Sophia Stiles, 3 points from Kayla Webb, and then 2 from Kira Adams late in the ballgame. Jack State out-rebounded FGCU 37-36, but the Eagles had advantages in points off turnovers, 20-11. They had more points in the paint, 36-32. And they also had more points from their bench, 32 versus 14 for Jack State. JSU had the same amount of fast break points. Both sides had 6. JSU had more second chance points, 7-5. Gamecocks did outscore the Eagles 15-14 in that 4th period, but too little too late as they fall by 30 here at the Pete. Of course, we'll wrap up the regular season next Wednesday down in DeLand, Florida. We'll be taking on the Stetson Hatters Wednesday. I believe it's a noon tip-off. And then we'll start tournament play next weekend. We'll more than likely be at Liberty after loss today and then a win for Kennesaw State as they beat Stetson earlier at home over in Cobb County, Georgia. So that'll be our final matchup at home this year. One more regular season game, and then we'll see what happens in the tournament. We'll do this. We'll take another timeout. We'll come back with our interview with head coach Rick Petrie in just a second. Your final score on Senior Day, Jack State falls to FGCU 76-46. We're back here on the Gamecock Sports Network. Your final score, Jack State falls to FGCU on Senior Day, 76-46. 30-point loss, but got a couple more games left in the season. We'll wrap up the regular season Saturday at Stetson, and then we've got a trip to the tournament. Just about set for an interview with head coach Rick Petrie. Coach played a tough team tonight and lost in a tough one, 76-46. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think the score speaks for itself. I think the thing that was just really disappointing is that we had some players on our team just kind of quit in the middle of the game, and that's disheartening. And it's really, it's just a bad look. And we had actually a pretty good crowd here today, and for you to show yourself to be a quitter in front of all these people, it's really sad and disappointing. Look, we move on. In order for the bottom line is this: those guys, that's a championship program. They have championship pedigree. They have championship expectations, and our group doesn't get what it takes to be champions. I saw a piece the other day from where there was an athletic administrator talked about the fact that a failure is easy, success is hard. Because when you succeed, in order to keep succeeding, you actually have to work harder to keep succeeding. And I think what happened to this team is we had some success last year and thought we didn't have to work hard anymore. And so the results that we have are a symptom of that, a symptom of the fact that our group of players just has not bought in to investing in themselves the amount they needed to sustain success at the highest level. They just flat out haven't been willing to do it. And I've tried as hard as I can to try to get under them, so to speak. What I mean by that is kind of get inside them to try to twist and turn them in a different direction. And the season is long, Logan, as you know, and there have been times where temporarily we've been able to get it flipped, but we just haven't been able to sustain it. And that's why we're in the predicament we're in. So here's the thing. A loss is a loss. If we lose by 30, if we lose by 1, we lost by 30. We lose by 1, it's still a loss. We would have been 8-9 regardless. Of course, I would not have wanted to lose in this fashion. Of course not.
Yep.
But we'll see what happens next. Back in 2017-18, we had a similar circumstance. We had our last game. I think it was Senior Day. It was our last home game against Belmont on I believe it was a Wednesday or Thursday night. I can't remember which. And Belmont was about as good as these guys at that time, and in first place in the. I think they were undefeated in the OVC at that time. It was if I remember right, we played an 18-game schedule. I think they were 17-0, or 16-0 that night, and they beat us by 30. Our second to last game, and we turned around on Saturday and went to Tennessee Tech, and won, to go 12-6. And finish fourth in the conference in that case. So we were able to turn the page and win a very important game on the road to close the season out. And then we won a quarterfinal game in the conference tournament, for beating Morehead State. It was very good at that year. And then that same Belmont team that we lost by 32, we had the lead in the fourth quarter. And that was just a week and a half later.
Yeah.
So I say this all the time to every team I ever coach. As long as there's games left to be played, things can change for the better, as long as people are invested in changing them. And that's what we'll have to wait and see.
Yes, sir. Well, facing a big test on Wednesday.
Huge.
Stetson already faced them earlier this
Yes.
week. It was a competitive game.
Yep.
What's the squad going to have to do down in DeLand on Wednesday?
Well, I mean, if you want to say the good news is that it's fresh in our minds, and so we will do some preparation. We'll take tomorrow off, and then we'll come in here Monday and begin to prepare for those guys again. We'll work on the things that gave us problems when we played them last time, and we'll try to anticipate things. Coach Bria is a heck of a coach. She's got 400 Division I wins. She knows what she's doing, so I'm sure she's going to try to, inch some things or twist some things around a little bit to make it different the next time. We'll do what we can to anticipate that. We'll look to tweak some things. That's the word I was looking for. Tweak some things ourselves and see if we can. There's still a lot to play for, Logan. Even though there's one game left, we already know we're in the tournament. There's still a lot to play for, and so hopefully our players feel the same way.
Coach, anything else you'd like to add?
No, sir.
We appreciate your time. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on Wednesday, Coach. And that'll do it for our broadcast this evening. Jack State falls, unfortunately, on Senior Day, 76-46 to a very good FGCU team. But as Coach Petrie said, still a lot to play for this season. The Gamecocks have one regular season matchup on Wednesday at Stetson. Then they'll head to the tournament next weekend, the ASUN Conference Tournament hosted on campus sites this season. Jack State will more than likely head to Liberty. We'll play, if the season ended today, North Alabama in that 7-8 game at Liberty. And then the very next day, I believe that would be Saturday, we would play Liberty in a quarterfinal matchup. So we'll see how that all plays out. Of course, we've got the next matchup on Wednesday at Stetson. Believe we'll be on the radio for that one. It's a noon Central Time tip-off on Wednesday down in DeLand, Florida. But for everybody with JSU Athletics, I'm Logan Maddox signing off. Have a great rest of your evening and your weekend. Your final score, FGCU 76, Jack State 46.